Hey everybody, this is Nancy with Rise Higher Astrology, and today we're going to be talking about a predictive astrology tool called the Lunar Return Chart. So the lunar return occurs every month when the transiting moon comes back to the exact degrees and minutes of your birth moon. And this is a predictive technique which is good for only 1 month. The lunar return can bring more clarity within a solar return chart, which is loaded with information for the entire year. So the lunar return charts are a series that relate to each other, and you can use them to keep track of monthly themes and to look at which part of your life will be in the spotlight. For my return charts, both solar and lunar returns, I use the Placidus house system, and I do my readings according to Mary Fortier-Shay's interpretation. Now, Mary Fortier-Shay is a well-known astrologer, and she has done decades of work around the solar return chart. And today we're going to be using Taylor Swift's lunar return to see what might be happening with her this month. And this particular chart is from her last return, which was on June 18th. Now, coincidentally, Taylor's lunar return in June was within several hours of a new moon in Gemini. And that new moon fell in her natal 8th house, which is the one I always refer to as the house of everything behind closed doors. Things like sex, death, taxes, investments, intimacy. And new moons are all about new beginnings. In her return chart, the new moon landed in her 9th house, and that governs long distance travel, exploration, higher learning, and philosophy. This moon is conjunct the cusp of her 10th house in the sign of Cancer. The moon is the ruler of Cancer, so it's in its domicile and it's very happy here in this location. This is a very strong midheaven. It's very supported. Because of this new moon, the sun is also occupying the 9th house, which signifies that this area of the chart is going to be of great importance this month. And this makes sense because she's traveling on tour right now, and this involves a lot of long distance traveling, and the moon sits so close to the cusp of the 10th house of career and public image. So this is where her focus is going to be. But notice how even though the sun and the moon are together in one house, the moon is sitting in a separate sign than the sun. The moon is in Cancer and the sun is in Gemini. So her head is not in the same place as her heart. She's on tour right now, and that's where her heart is. It's with her fans, but her head is somewhere else this month. So do you see how the majority of the planets are grouped in the upper right-hand quadrant of the chart? This is an indication that she has on her mind predominantly one person right now. And this may be affecting her emotionally, depending on who this person is. So Taylor has had some turbulence in her love life lately. So we're going to take a peek at what Venus is doing in this chart. Taylor's ascendant is in the sign of Libra for her lunar return. So the ruler of Libra is Venus. So this makes Venus her lunar chart ruler. And this month it occupies her 11th house of friendship. So you'll see also that Saturn is in the opposite house, the 5th house of self-expression and romance. And it's making an inconjunct to Venus. And the conversation here between these planets is, are we going to be lovers or are we just friends? So Venus is clearly in the friend zone, and Saturn is in the house of romance and affairs, but it's saying you need to slow down, you need to be careful right now, because don't forget Saturn is all about discipline and taking things slow and contraction. So another thing that I want to point out is that when the solar or lunar return sun is sitting in any of the cadent houses, meaning the 3rd, the 6th, the 9th, or the 12th houses, this is a time for information gathering. And every house is different when it comes to gathering the information. So, for example, the 3rd house, you might gather information by going to school or taking a course or a class. information gathering in the 6th house involves trying out new styles of working and routines and seeing what works and what doesn't. The 9th house is about gathering information by going outside of your comfort zone. And with the 12th house, you gather information by relying on your intuition and receiving messages from spirit. So my advice to Taylor is to seek more information and try to look at the big picture before making any major decisions. So I hope that you enjoyed this mini reading for Taylor Swift's lunar return. If you are interested in learning more about lunar returns, how to interpret the energies that are coming in for you this month, I will be having a class on this. I'll be announcing more information on it very soon. So keep an eye out for that. And I hope that you all have a great day. Bye.